Hello again, I'm Dr. Virgil Troy, and this is the Barleyman Gladiator Lifestyle. Just checking in with another update. Fantastic news for me this morning. It's been somewhere, I think it's around 3, coming up 4 weeks, where I've pretty much plateaued. One of the reasons for plateauing is I decided about a month ago that I really wanted to significantly increase the level of stress that I put my body under in terms of strength training and cardiovascular fitness. So what I decided to do was create a weight training program that worked on very low reps, very high weights and low sets. So it's all about getting as much strength as possible and then working on the cardiovascular exercise, and I do that through a low impact road cycling with some indoor training thrown in as well, but working on having a real mixture there. So once a week I'll do a very high set of intervals. So I'll get on the bike as I did yesterday for an hour, do a 10-minute warm-up, and then I'll do 41-minute sets of sprints with just a very short break in between, then a 10-minute warm down. That gives you the hour with the 40 minutes of interval training. So I do that, and then I mix it up with a bit of hills, and then I might do a bit of a flat on the other day. So I'm typically training at the gym, I'd say pushing myself with very heavy weights about 3, maybe 4 times a week, and in terms of the cardiovascular fitness, once for the high intensity interval training, and then at least a couple more rides just to sort of maintain that cardiovascular fitness, but using the body in a different way. So the purpose is to not overly tax one particular system, be it cardiovascular, be it muscular, be it neuromuscular, and to get that variety in there, but at the same time push myself a lot harder. Anyway, so that's pretty much what I'm doing in terms of the fitness, and my weight's been sitting on around that. It got down as low as 80.4, and then it crept up to about 80.9, and then to 81.4, then even got out to like I think it was 82.3, but that was having gone out for dinner. But anyway, had a serious session yesterday on the cardiovascular fitness, then we did another training session later on that evening, and got on the scales this morning, and 80.1, which is 200 grams off getting into the target weight of 79 that I wanted. But in saying that, I'm now looking at my body and seeing that, well, there's probably still quite a lot of visceral fat that I can get rid of, and there's also a percentage of body weight that I want to get down to. Ideally I'd like to be sitting on comfortably around that sort of 5% overall body weight, overall fat content of the body, because then that pretty much sort of eliminates any unnecessary fat. So I'm beginning to give myself the ability to work at an optimal level on a day-by-day basis. One other thing that I will add in, which has been the first time in my life, and this is since, it's about 5 decades, all right? First time that I can recall that I've actually been able to train intensely twice a day. And what I mean by that is yesterday did the hard cardiovascular training. I also did weights the day before that, and pretty much for the last 4 days I've been able to do either cardiovascular training, heavy weight training, and then also some high intensity calisthenics and fitness training again in the evening. So I typically do my first workout at around about maybe 2 o'clock, and that would go on for about an hour, and then later on that night at around say 5:30, 6 o'clock, I'd be doing another half hour, 40 minutes at the same intensity, if not a greater intensity. So that's the most wonderful thing about being on this Barleyman Gladiator diet, now turning it into a lifestyle. It actually gives you the energy to be able to do all of the things that you probably wanted to do, believe that you probably could do, as in my case, but never ever been able to do. But I've been able to do that and maintain it at a very high level. So 80.1, I don't know if it's going to go up or down. I find that when I do cardiovascular fitness training on the bike, a couple of days later my weight will drop, or if not the same day. But typically if I do a heavy weight training session like I just did, just heading back for the gym, having done shoulders and lats, then what tends to happen is I tend to hold on to a bit of weight, or it goes up a bit, and then after a few days it tends to go down, typically coinciding with either the day of or the day after having done the cycling. So that's my update. Give you another one tomorrow. Hope it's all going well for you, and please feel free to leave any comments or any feedback that you might have. Had some really good ones over the last couple of days, so thank you to those that have done it. Make sure you subscribe, and also make sure that you click on that bell so that you get the regular alerts. Catch up with you soon.